Welcome back to more Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Last time, we made our way to the right of the castle and farmed ourselves the almighty Mablung sword, which gives you some insane damage with the Alucard shield. Technically, the shield rod works just as well, but it's the direct upgrade, and frankly, I wanted to make sure I noted the one enemy you can farm it from, because there's only one in the game. So, it's pretty worth your time to do so. Otherwise, we'll explore the inverted Colosseum here. As you can see, it's full of, some fun enemies. Still, nothing we can't handle, just, be a little careful. Now, admittedly, while I do like the Mablung sword for just how powerful it is with the Alucard shield, it feels even more like cheating than the Chrysogrim already does, which is insane. So, I'm gonna opt to not use it, at least if I don't have to. Still, there really should be nothing else in the game that makes me use it, so shouldn't be too big of a worry. Otherwise, I believe we have a pretty cool boss fight coming up here. Let's take out these big old minotaurs. And then, I believe, head on this way. And, for those of you who have played Castlevania 3, you'll see some familiar faces. In the form of Grant, Trevor, and Sypha. The very same three heroes who fought in Castlevania 3 alongside Alucard years ago. That's a really cool boss fight. It's a really nice touch to be like, hey, you should know these folks if you know who Alucard is. Now granted, for people who didn't play, Castlevania 3, well, now you know. It's just a nice little touch that if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't. Still, I appreciate it. Otherwise, let's see here. I think we want to go, up right here. Just like so. And then I want to make sure we don't forget the secret room that's in the floor here. Wherever it is. And let's see, I think it's over this way. Now, last time we were here, it gave us the Holy Sword. So, what'll it give us this time? Well, this time, your reward is the Fury Plate. An interesting piece of armor. Defense goes up when damage is taken. It's interesting, though it's not my favorite piece of armor. I would much rather have the general stat boost from the Dracula tunic than having a defense increase when I take damage. It's not bad, because it does increase your defense a fair bit, but admittedly, it's not my favorite, so I'm not going to use it. Still, if you want to, feel free. Otherwise, let's see here. Yep, should be good to just head on up. Ah, hello, White Dragon. Getting in my way as per usual. No, you tricky sort, I tell ya. And wow, what a room, huh? Minotaurs and werewolves. Not a bad place to farm EXP, to be honest with you. Now granted, if you've done any of the farming we've done, well, EXP is probably the least of your concerns. As of right now, what? Yeah, we're level 46, which is a pretty high level. I think normally I finish the game around level like 43, 45-ish. So, we're definitely over leveled. Still, it's not a bad thing. It's just kind of funny that we are that high of a level, considering everything. Excuse me, gentlemen. I mean, hey, while you're there, may as well grab the EXP. I mean, come on, it'd be wasteful otherwise, wouldn't it? Otherwise, in here, we get the Graham sword, which is, decent, I guess. If we take a look, it's the sword named Graham. It does okay damage, it's not great. I don't plan on using it. You can if you want. I want to say in, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, the basically a Game Boy akin version to Symphony of the Night, where you play as Soma Cruz. Graham is actually a pretty darn good sword there. But in this game, it's not that great. It's not bad, but I mean, come on, you've probably had something way better for forever, so you may as well just use that. Not that I'm trying to say you shouldn't use Graham, I'm just saying that, you know, you probably have something better. It just happens that, you know, Chrysogrim is easily farmable. It's right at the beginning of the inverted castle, basically. And it's so darn powerful. And even then, I just showed off the Mablung sword. So, if you didn't get one or the other, I mean, maybe give it a shot. But, it's not my favorite. Still, for anyone who has used it, I would be curious to hear if you have anything good to report on it. It probably has a unique move or something like that to make up for its lower damage. I feel like a lot of weapons in this game have stuff like that. Though not all of them, so I guess keep your eyes peeled. Otherwise, let's see. Can I wing smash? Hello? Weird. Again, I swear, I do the same input like 7 times. It decides to work randomly. Yeah, I don't want the stopwatch. Otherwise, while we're here, fill in these bit of map. Because then I think... Do I want to go that way right now? Yes, I do. Because if we go this way now, like if we go through Olrox's quarters, then we still have to go all the way back up and around to get the towers. And I would much rather just do those now and end with Olrox's quarters. I feel that makes a lot more sense in the grand scheme of things. So, sounds like a plan to me. Again, we may actually very well finish the game today. There's not all that much left. So, we'll see what happens. And if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. Regardless, there are a lot of other extras and secrets that I do want to talk about and show off with this game. So, even if we don't finish the game today, whenever we do, I'll probably add them on, or maybe even make a separate video covering some of the stuff. We'll see what happens. Alright, yep, because then from here we can keep climbing those towers. Hello, Mr. Sword, who drops the cool Mablung sword. Ooh, a bunch of imps. That's good, though, because I used up all my luck potions farming the sword. Again. I just can't believe the Xbox crashed. That's such a rare thing. Ooh, look, the confessional. Unfortunately, you can't use it in the inverted castle because you can't sit in the chairs, but it would have been funny if you could. So, oh well. It's not like you're really missing much, but still. Could have been cool. Let's see. Make sure. Yep. Don't want to miss any rooms now. After all, we don't want to do any backtracking. And then I want to say, yeah, this room right here is how we're going to get to Olrox's quarters later, because there's nothing blocking it, which is really nice. So we'll be back there once we're done exploring up here. Just so that way we can loop back nicely, get back to the clock room, and everything should be peachy. And otherwise, grab the mana prism. Very nice. Get out of here, you little imp. Annoying little things, but honestly, there could be worse enemies. And what's nice is that we already have the spike breaker, so we can just throw it on and get through all these pesky spikes. So let's do that real quick. Perfect. I like that the cloud can break them. Can't pick up items, but it can break the spikes if you have the spike breaker, of course. And finally, the Twilight Cloak. Oh, thank goodness. It's just the best cloak in the game. More defense, big constitution bonus. And I mean, come on. That's that classic Alucard look. It's awesome. Otherwise, now that we've done all that, it's pretty much just finish the game. Now, granted, we don't have the Alucard mail yet, or the Alucard mail, not cart. But we'll get it soon enough. You can take a guess at where it's at. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in Olrox's quarters, so... The fact that we haven't gotten it yet does not surprise me. Ooh, you know what? Perfect hallway for the dog. Look at that. Super easy. And otherwise... is there anything up here? Nope. Cool. Just want to make sure. Then we'll grab the Tulwar. I think it's just a generic curved sword. Nothing all that special. Granted, you could have totally come this way first, so maybe you did, and that's a direct upgrade to whatever you happen to be using. Who knows? Hello, Black Panther. You're a very good soul, an aria of sorrow. And what's this? Medusa? Well, that was anticlimactic. And wouldn't you know, the Heart of Vlad. Very nice. I want to say that one gives you Constitution? No, it gives you Avoid Curse. Very useful. And if you look, we're only missing one item. The last piece of Vlad. So, pretty darn good, I would say. That's where I'm like, we very well may finish the game today. It's a pretty big maybe. Though if I play good, don't game over, and, you know, don't do anything stupid, it's an even higher chance. But, well, knowing me, there's a very good chance I do game over and make a fool of myself. But hey, it wouldn't be entertaining if I didn't, right? Otherwise, let's see here. Yeah, I think I just want to go... Ooh, what's that? It's something I'm not going to get because I messed up my inputs. Well, we'll never know. Meal ticket, library card, place your bets. Beautiful. Here we are back here again. I love the dog just dipping up and down there. It is so funny. And then otherwise, while I'm here, just so we don't have to redo any of what we just did, let's save the game and regain our MP. To be honest, after the Xbox crashed, I'm really just worried about it doing it again, so I'm gonna play it safe. And I mean, look, I don't think you can blame me on that one, because that was just straight up hardware failure, which is extremely rare for the Xbox, at least running a game like this. Normally, has no issue, so can't say I'm exactly impressed or sad, but I mean, you get the idea. It's kind of just like, Alright, run back on through. Get to see the dog jiggle back and forth. Pretty cool. And then at this point, let's see. We'll just bat on up. And what's right here? Oh, a saver. Perfect. Why not? We'll save the game to get some of our MP back. May as well. It's helpful. Perfect. And I mean, otherwise, yeah. We pretty much just have Olrox's quarters and then finish the game. Seems pretty cool to me. And now, hopefully, I didn't miss any massive portions of the map. It's very possible I did. But, well, my fingers are crossed that I didn't make a big oopsies. Also, man, talk about the Medusa fight, huh? It's pretty sad. I think she can petrify you by looking at you, you know, because it's Medusa. But evidently, we didn't really get to see any of that, so oops. Admittedly, I'm not, exactly torn on that. I don't think I've ever struggled with that fight, so, if you have, my apologies. But, what can I say? The Chrysogrim is just the best weapon in the game, so can't say I've ever fought her without it, so maybe next time I play the game, I'll challenge myself to no Chrysogrim, no Mablung, and, maybe just have to use normal base weapons or something like that. That could be interesting. It'd really, you know, prove if I was actually good at the game in any capacity, or if I'm just, you know, a Chrysogrim spammer who can't actually play the game to save his life. Who knows? I think another fun challenge, too, would be just using the Holy Sword or something. That could be fun. Ooh, very nice. Open the secret right away. Get a heart refresher. Very nice. Not that I've been using our sub-weapon at all. Again, the Cristigrim kinda just invalidates everything in the game. So, not really a point. Ooh. Life max up. We'll always take some of that. Normally, I feel like you finish the game with around 600 to 700 HP, give or take. So, we're well on our way. Also, some really interesting enemies here. Otherwise, wing smash across. If you remember, this is the courtyard where the Valhalla Knights were. They were quite annoying. Alright, drop down a square. Flash, apparently. And then we'll wing smash on across. Fill in those pesky map squares. This is probably where the majority of the map squares we're missing are, which is pretty cool. Boom. Thank goodness you're invincible while mid-transformation. It would be such a nightmare if you weren't. Good. Otherwise, we'll go right up in here. And what do we got? Anything? No? Ooh! The Alucard mail. Oh, baby. So, compared to Dracula's tunic, it offers way more defense, and it resists multiple stats. It's pretty much the premier armor. And I mean, come on. It's named after him. You can't deny him his own armor. I mean, seriously, that'd be messed up, wouldn't it? And then otherwise, pretty much just have the save room. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll save the game. May as well. And then we pretty much just have the big hallway, and that's it. I mean, the room with all rocks, we still have too, but, I mean, we'll do that in about 2 seconds here. Hey, remember this thing? Yep. Remember, that was a boss at one point. Now we sneeze and beat it. Kinda funny. Ooh. Nice little shuriken. I'll never use it. Use some dog technique to get out of here. And let's see, what boss awaits us here? Mummy. Huh. Well, that was anticlimactic. Huh. Really nice animation and sprite work, though. But, for beating him, we get the Rib of Vlad, the final relic in the game, which gives you 10 Constitution. At this point, your stats should be looking mighty fine. And thank goodness, too. Otherwise, let's see, and we'll fill out the rest of this room while we're here. Perfect. Oh, I was trying to get in there. Oh, well. And then from here, it's pretty much go finish the game. Yeah. Man, we've come a long way, haven't we? Kinda crazy. Just think, it wasn't all that long ago that we didn't have any of this explored. Now, we got the whole map, more or less. Now, before we go do any of the ending stuff, I want to make sure that we have a certain percentage, and to make sure I didn't miss any rooms, because, I'll be honest, the inverted castle messes me up a little, because there are extra rooms with the water room, and there might be some other things I just forget, because, you know, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, we've been there, but it may have been in the normal castle, not here. So, once we explore these last few rooms, I'll do a head count and make sure we're not missing anything. Because you never know. Ooh. Ow. Makes me wonder if the spike breaker can break those spikes too. I don't know. It's honestly not something I'm here to figure out today. So we'll come over here, get some mana prism, very nice. We'll fly up nice and slowly with the bat. Grab a luck potion, which we can easily farm, but hey, no harm, no foul. Shield potion, very nice. And then I think, yeah, at this point, we're pretty much back to the clock room. And more or less, we're good to go. Once you have all 5 of the Vlad items, you should be able to approach it, just like you did with the gold and silver ring. And it should open right up. And I mean, you're so powerful at this point in the game that there's really nothing that's going to stop you. So, march right on in and start kicking some butt. Whee! I love Wing Smash so much. It's just such a fun ability. I tell ya, it's been such a darn fun journey. Every moment of this game is just so fun. Yep. Just like before, opens right up. And so you can get your final save, which we'll do in just a minute once we grab this room over here. Grab a nice little heart refresh. Very nice. And we'll save the game. And then otherwise, at this point, go on up. Oh, come on, Boots. There we go. Jeez. And now, if I were you, be careful about entering this final area, because it's very easy to get sucked into it. Because I believe once you go above the entrance, kind of like the same with Maria, it just kind of pulls you in. So, be careful. I want to say you can wing smash over it and avoid it effectively. But I might be completely wrong. So yeah, see, Alucard just decides to go on in.
You have done well in making it this far. I would expect no less from the son of our master.
So you are the one who was controlling Belmont?
Yes. I am the dark priest called Shaft. This world must be cleansed in the forge of chaos.
Why did you make Belmont lord of this castle?
For centuries, vampire hunters have defeated evil with holy power. But if 2 vampire hunters were to fight each other...
But Belmont's power is supreme among vampire hunters. None other could defeat him.
Exactly. That's why I removed him as a threat, by making him into lord of this castle.
But your plan has failed.
Has it indeed? We'll see what happens after I destroy your weak human side.
So, that's cool, Shaft, but, well, unfortunately we have, other things to do, you know, places to be, things to see. So, as fun as it is to, indulge you there, buddy, I need to go to the library, so, I'll see you later, bud. So, yeah, you can just leave. And at this point, say hello.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in...
Thank you.
Sell all our gems, and if you notice, we still don't have
I'm interested in
nearly
this.
enough money. But I figure at this point, well, buy a couple more library cards, because why not? And we can buy the reverse cloak.
Thank you.
And Joseph's cloak.
Thank you.
And then nothing else really matters here. So I'm not going to worry about it.
I'm interested in this. I'm interested
Otherwise,
in this.
Oh, I realize we have many more gems we can sell. So
Thank you.
keep on selling them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, we had a little more money than I thought, but still,
I'm interested
otherwise,
in this.
all the different tactics for each boss you could buy if you really wanted, but it's not a big deal. And then
I'm
the enemy
interested in
list.
this.
We should have seen just about every single enemy in the game. Except maybe one, apparently. So, don't know where that was, but oh well.
Farewell for now.
Ah, boy. Now, the only other real big thing to do is to go to a save point and check our map completion. Based on what number we have, we'll know how well we did or didn't do. Also, too, I need to make sure to unequip my library cards. And, of course, equip the Alucard shield. And at this point, you really don't need the Rings of Arcana. I mean, it's the end of the game, so it may as well equip something that actually helps you out. I guess Moonstone and the Noglamir. Sure, why not? More defense is never a bad thing. But we'll get through here, go find a nice save point, and then, well, really, I'm looking for a teleport or a warp, so that way we can get back to the inverted castle, because anything we're missing should be there, because we made sure that we had 101% with the full castle, normal castle, and the one room we had in the inverted castle. So there should be nothing we're missing here, and it should just be the inverted castle if we're missing anything. So we'll basically come up here, say hello to our favorite old enemies one last time, hopefully. Nice magic missile. Take the teleporter, go on to the throne room, get to the inverted castle, and then take that teleporter, go back to Olrox's quarters, head back to the save room where Shaft was, and we should pretty much be good to go once we've done that. So, here's to hoping. Otherwise, I'll save you some time and meet you there. And so, there you have it. 206%. The only thing left for us to do is to go beat Dracula. So, let's load our save back up now that we've made the return journey. And we should be good to go. Though, one last thing, if I press the right buttons, because we bought Joseph's cloak and the reverse cloak, we can now access the cloak color, which literally allows you to completely customize the cloak. It's pretty cool. It allows you to just change it to whatever colors you like. So, go crazy. I think it's pretty awesome. Do what you want. Otherwise, cloak lining, literally just normal or reverse. It really doesn't do much. So, it only works for the one cloak. So, nothing too crazy, but I still thought it would be nice to show it off. So now, let's go actually fight Shaft. And let me tell you, it's going to be a pretty one-sided fight. At this point, there's no point in keeping any of the non-damage rings on, or accessories. So make sure you have them on, keep all your best gear equipped, and you pretty much should be good to go. Now, unfortunately,
You have done well in making it this far.
it
I
does
would
make you
expect
watch the
no less
cutscene
from
again.
this-
But because you've seen it, you can skip it by pressing the start button, or well, select. So that's pretty nice. Otherwise, Shaft is easy.
No!
You claim to love the darkness. Go then and dwell there for all eternity.
But But my goal is achieved. Count Dracula has come to purify this corrupt world with the searing flames of chaos.
Father.
Well met, my son. It's been a long time.
I was hoping we would not see each other again. I can't allow you to leave here, Father.
You have ever been the ally of humans. Have you forgotten what they did to your mother?
Think you I would forget such a thing? No, but neither do I seek revenge against them.
Still uttering the same nonsense. No matter. Now is the time to put aside your weak human side and join me in remaking this world!
Dracula, in the name of my mother, I will defeat you again!
You're gosh darn right. So here's the final boss. Dracula. And let me tell you, he's, admittedly incredibly easy. So, just kind of hit him with the Chrysogrim and that's it.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the soul of my mother no more.
How? How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. For what profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot. She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
I'm sorry. 'Tis my fault you had to fight your own father.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying him.
It must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
I understand.
Alucard, what will you do now?
The blood that flows in my veins is cursed. 'Twould be best for this world if I were to disappear forever.
I see.
Farewell, then. We'll not meet again.
Alucard,
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
I'm sorry. I can't let him disappear from my life.
It's all right. Go after him. Perhaps you can save his haunted soul.
Thank you, Richter. Fare thee well.
And yourself, dear lady.
So yeah, that is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Hopefully, although my Let's Play of it wasn't perfect, nor was my gameplay or explanations of time, hopefully I still managed to show you all just what an awesome game this is. For being a PlayStation game that came out over 20 years ago, or maybe even more depending on when you're watching this game has aged so incredibly well. From the pixel art, how it runs, the music, the controls, just everything is so darn good. The only thing that admittedly is fair to rag on is the voice acting. At the time, it was fun. It was cheesy, it was goofy, but it still had a very sincere feeling to it that I think really fit. I'll always love it, but for anyone who's used to super professional voice acting, well, you may not enjoy it as much, but still, I think it's pretty much a requirement to have heard that at least at some point of playing this game. If you've never heard the originals, well, there you go. And sure, while we do have the different ending song here because of copyright reasons, and we didn't have some of the live action cutscenes, I think there was an intro and some other cutscene, I don't think you're missing much from it. Plus, YouTube exists. Other video places exist. You can find them somewhere online pretty darn easily. So, there's really not much more I can say. This game is phenomenal. I love just about every second of it. And there's a reason that it's a classic and will probably always remain one. I mean, seriously. From the original Castlevania to this, it's night and day. I mean, literally. So, thanks for being here for Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I don't know what comes next, but, well, probably a bonus video, or maybe two. Probably just one, because frankly, there's not too much I need to show off, but I still want to show you a fair bit. Still, as always, I'm Brad. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.